Samantha, just stop it right now. I'm not trying to overthink it. I'm just trying to think it.
No, you're not.
I'm just trying to think it.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Just
No,
like
you're
Neil
not.
Diamond said,
No,
right?
you're not.
Everything is just better in blue jeans, babe. Not babe to you. Not babe to you. Not babe to you. Now you're making me overthink it. Right.
No,
Now I think
okay.
I've just called you babe on our podcast, and that seems weird.
You're always a little creepy, Lisa. Let's remember that.
I'm not trying to be creepy. However,
so
I
basically,
write the songs
what
that make the whole world sing.
Not really.
No.
So you're saying a lyric from Neil Diamond,
yes,
"Forever in Blue Jeans," is
stuck in my mind.
We should live our life like that, forever in blue jeans.
Don't you think life would just be better if we just lived it forever in blue jeans?
I don't think a piece of clothing holds that much.
You don't think so?
No, I don't.
You don't feel great when you're just living in your blue jeans?
I feel better in a sweatpants, if I'm going to be honest.
Oh, Samantha.
Welcome to another episode of I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam.
Hello, friends of the podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Sounded very, very adventurous of me, didn't it, Samantha?
No, it did not, but that's okay.
Oh, come on. You're like squashing me every time I turn.
Squash you like a bug, squash you like a bug.
Like that's
squash you like a bug, squash you like a bug.
That is, guess what? You know what? No, how are you, Samantha, actually? Hello, friends of the podcast. You get that 2 times. Bum, bum.
I'm doing great, Lisa. Thanks for asking.
Sweet Caroline. Right? I feel very musical today.
Well, you know what? Some 80s tunes have been rolling around in my head too. So
I've been watching the TikTok, and every now and then, right? Like there's Neil Diamond. They're all over Barry Manilow again, right? The whole.
Oh my God, really?
I write the songs that make the whole world sing. Do you know that he writes the songs of love and special things? He writes the songs. Did you know that about him?
Yes, I did know that about
him. Sometimes you just need a little cheesy music in your life, right?
You know what? Yeah, you do.
Right? That's just how I feel. Right? That and maybe just always be in my blue jeans.
No, don't do that.
Right? Money talks, but it don't sing and dance, and it can't walk.
No.
I feel like I'm meant to be on the stage, like doing like a kick line or something. Right?
I'm sorry. I was just stunned into silence. That was fun. That was a good one, Lisa.
I'm just saying, I could see me like with my really arms around a couple friends doing like with a one leg and a one leg, right? Like money talks.
You mean like what is it? The Rockettes?
I don't want to be a Rockette.
You don't want to be a Rockette?
I don't want to be in a chorus line. I don't want to be a go-go dancer.
You don't.
I don't want to be any of those things. I just
want
to
clarifying.
I just want to be in a kick line, right? Just for like a fun song. Yeah, like on a stage, right? That's gonna be my. Can that be my Make-A-Wish?
Yes, it could.
Can that be my Make-A-Wish?
Oh my God! If you could actually lift your leg high enough to do the kick,
right?
I would pay to see that.
That would be quite the sight. It would be quite the sight.
I think
saying, right? Don't rain on my parade. That's what I'm saying to you, right?
Yes, Lisa. Okay.
Right.
All right. You know who's raining on my parade, though?
Yeah, hi, snow. Snow is raining on your parade.
Well, yes, of course. Yeah. Oh my God. The apocalypse came on Saturday.
I told you, right?
In the form of 60-hour mile winds. What the hell?
I told you it was coming.
And then nasty snow that was just like, ugh. And then but before that was freezing rain. And it's like, can we not be apocalyptic in the first weekend of November?
Right? Like we don't need to, we just handed out the treats to the kids.
We did, literally.
Literally just handed out the treats and the goodies. And now Mother Nature's like,
She's like, bitch, it's over. We're done.
We didn't even live through the part of fall where you actually wear your coat after work.
No.
We had our morning coat.
We
went from no coat to morning coat to winter coat.
To winter coat.
We didn't get that. Oh, I got to put my light coat on after work.
No.
Coat.
And I was outside today, and it was, by the way, the first coldest day we've had since last year. And I'm like, awesome.
It was minus 25 this morning. Minus 25, friends of the podcast.
I was walking and I'm like, why are my oh my God, my lips are frozen.
Yeah, like, right?
What the hell?
Right? Because it's winter.
It's
winter.
It was chilly. I had my scarf on. I had my mitts.
You're scarfing it already? I'm not.
Of course,
I don't scarf it ever. I never.
No, I have to scarf. I feel like my neck is very precious. So
I know, but you're all like head to toe. You're like a big marshmallow in a black coat, right? You got the boots on?
I had my like combat boots I got last year.
Okay, not like your ugly winter boot.
No, it was a normal boot.
Oh, why?
But they got good grips on the bottom.
Why aren't you wearing your ugly winter one?
Because it's ugly.
You've realized that it's ugly. Hallelujah!
It's like the pair of boots you take with you when you're going on a trip and you're driving in your car on the winter roads. You take those boots with you. Thank
God you finally came to that, because last year that's not their role. Last year you were wearing them.
I know, Lisa. Thank you for sharing.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy, Samantha.
But they are very warm boots. I will give them.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're ugly. They're ugly. They're ugly.
Oh, shut up.
I'm glad you know they're ugly. Okay, but so have you been out shoveling?
Of course I have.
Right? Because you had to, right? You had to shovel.
Okay, for one thing, I was okay on Saturday because, it was blowing. It was gross. I'm like, I'm good inside. And then Sunday, I was like, I'm a little stir crazy. And then, so I was like, okay, well, I got to go check out the car, see how she's doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, for heaven's sake. It took me over a half an hour to like get the snow off the car. And then I had to like chip away at the ice. I'm like,
that's
what is wrong with this?
Right? My husband is such a saint. He was out at 5 o'clock in the morning shoveling. I did tell him, however, and in all seriousness, if he just bought me a little shovel, I would go out with him and shovel. Yes, I will. Why? He laughed too. Why is this so funny? I will shovel. I can shovel.
You would be like, oh, this is too much. Okay, Mike, this would be better if you did it this way. And you would be like, you'd be supervisory, Lisa. You'd be supervising your husband. And he would be like, I'm going to hit you with the shovel.
No, I wouldn't. I would shovel too. Right? But if I don't have a shovel, I can't shovel.
I'm with Mike. We don't need your help. Oh, and I had to shovel too, because here where I live, they actually had people already taking the snow out of the parking lot. Oh. But I was too late. So I'm like, oh, great. Now I got to make sure that I can get my car out. How are you too late
for that?
Because you don't know when they're coming. You don't know when they're going to come clean the parking lot. And if you're still parked in your spot, you don't get your parking stall cleaned out.
Oh, so you only get it cleaned out if you're not in your spot that day?
Right. Yeah. And they don't tell you when they're coming because they just randomly show up. Mm. But at least the main parking lot is clean.
That's good. I don't know what you're talking about because I don't know where you live or where that is.
Okay. Yes.
Right.
Lisa.
I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying, but I'm glad that they take care of you for that.
But I still shoveled, and I still shoveled with a shovel that I got for Christmas from my dad 2 years ago. It is an awesome shovel. Thanks, Dad. Good. You're the best. Love you.
That's good, right? Because remember, you used to use your grain shovel.
I still have that, and it's still for different uses, Lisa.
I know
that we don't discuss.
I know, right? It's for God forbid a body ever goes missing. It's some country road, and it was probably Samantha, and she got all this shit. She got all the shit in her car to be able to take care of it.
No, I don't.
Yes,
you're lying.
Not by much. Not by much.
You're lying.
Okay, and then we had daylight savings time.
Don't start. It messed up my entire morning TV ritual.
Screws up all the shows.
I start with Kelly and Ryan. I end with Kelly and Ryan. I go to work. I loved it. It was perfect. The timing was impeccable. Now I never get to see them.
So now you got a PVR like the rest of the world.
I don't want a PVR because I'm never going to watch it when I come home.
Then you're not going to watch it.
Because I only watch it in the morning.
Well, I watch it every evening. That's when I watch it.
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
Well, and then I thought, well, maybe I should PVR it and then watch it every other day. Like watch it in
just be behind a day.
And be behind a day.
Right. Because it needs to be only in the morning for you for some reason.
That will totally mess me up.
Yeah. I don't mind watching it in the evening. It doesn't bother me. Because the best part usually, unless they have really good guests, is just the opening part.
This is true.
Right. So I just like fast forward and then I'm done. And then I move on. And then I move on.
And then we're moving on.
But yes, but it messed up the TV show. But here, can I share something fun that I did today?
Oh, God,
I went to a team building session with my work.
Oh.
Yeah, right? Because you know how like you got to do those things when you like have a job and like you're in a group and you got like multiple people, right? They want to like see who works well with who and what's your alphabet letter and what's your color and all that sort of stuff, right? Oh, so we did that, right? I took a quiz.
Did you know?
Quiz. Yeah, I took a quiz and I found out a little bit about me. Right? I wasn't really surprised. Did you know, ready for this? You might be surprised. I'm enthusiastic. Right? I'm enthusiastic. That's what it said. It said, I'm enthusiastic. It said, sometimes it says that I have a lot of passion and I speak wholeheartedly.
Was there or lie?
No.
Was there an or lie?
No, there was nothing negative. It was a positive. It's a positive. Just a positive.
You
Thank
speak
you.
Wholeheartedly with the lie that is coming out of my mouth.
It says, sometimes because I'm so open, I may overshare. And I may share personal information with little prompting.
You do, because everybody knows how you poo. So
everybody knows how I poo, right? Remember we talked about that. It says that sometimes my talkative nature may cause me to monopolize conversations.
Oh my God.
Specifically those that are soft-spoken. You know my rule, right? If you're soft-spoken around me, I'm going to monopolize that.
If nobody's talking, Lisa will talk.
Right. And it's funny, right? Because there was three other eyes in the group, right? And we all feel the same way, right? We don't like silence. We don't like awkward silence.
Oh
awkward silence means there needs to be a topic, right? We need to have a conversation and quickly because it's a stressor for us, right? Silence is a stressor.
God, it's a stressor.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool.
All right. Interesting.
Right?
Interesting.
Right? You know, it's always cool when you can learn a little bit more about you.
Yes, Lisa, you need to know how more enthusiastic you are.
Right? And it said that my style is free-flowing.
However, that means throwing shit off the top of your head just because, yes, that is you.
But I might have done a stupid thing.
What?
Can I just share this with you?
And everyone else that listens? Sure.
Ideally just you, okay? So we had to bring a notebook, right? So I bring my notebook, okay?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
First off, right? Am I known for notebooks?
You don't take notes.
Right. Okay. First mistake, right?
Yes.
However, I do have a notebook, right? So I decided to ask, right? So I was sitting with like my boss and then a couple other coworkers, right? And I'm assuming by nature they're very organized, right? I feel that from them. Yeah. And I said to them, you know what I hope to get out of this meeting? I hope to learn what it means. What does it say about me and how I take notes? And somebody said, what do you mean how you take notes? I'm like, well, in my notebook. I said, because I just start in the middle and I just do notes on any page I feel like using that day. Oh my God. That is probably not the right thing to say to a group of really organized people. And especially when one's your boss, right? And she just kind of looked at me. She's like, what? And she's like, how can you find things? I'm like, don't worry about it. As long as I can find it for you in a timely manner, you can't say I'm unorganized, right? She's like, but that's not organized. No, but it is. Because as long as you ask me and I can quickly find it for you, because I have a system in my unorganized book.
Yes.
And to me, it makes sense in my unorganized head. Uh-huh. And then I read that I'm free flowing and I'm like, and that all makes sense. Oh. Ties it all together, right?
Connect those dots.
Because people like me, we're just quick, right? Our minds never stop. It just goes.
Quick.
So we don't got time to make it all nice and pretty in a book. We just got to grab a piece of paper and jot down what we're thinking, or we're not going to jot it down.
All right.
Be thankful I jotted.
Be thankful you're paying attention.
Be thankful I'm paying attention enough to take a note, right? And then I went through my notebook and I'm like, oh, look at here's some dates. Looks like I was planning some vacation time. Flipped through a few more pages. I had an interview with somebody here. Looks like a few more pages. Looks like I was doing a little ordering here. Looked like I ordered some mugs on this day.
Oh my God, you're
And I'm like,
horrible.
oh, geez. I'm like digging a hole, hey? Digging a
bit.
hole, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of interesting, hey?
Not good.
You got to be careful when you just give up that type of stuff. And then we went bowling. And you know what I learned? I'm a really good bowler.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. And I'm very enthusiastic. But here's the thing with bowling, right?
Oh, yes.
I had a strike. I got a strike, Samantha.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Right? That's really good. But here's the thing with bowling, right? Nobody teaches you bowling.
No.
So how do you decide who's good and who's not good?
You just throw the ball and see what happens.
And those pins, they're a long way away.
Yes, they are.
That was what blew my mind. I never realized they were so far away. I'm like, why are they so far? What type of bowling is this? Why are they so far away? Right? I fully expect to wake up tomorrow achy and pain and riddled with like sore wrists and a sore shoulder. Right?
For sure. Yeah.
Because, right, I'm sure we're going to hurt like a son of a gun.
I have no doubt.
I'm thinking, but how much fun? Like bowling, like that is so much fun.
It can be fun, yes.
Like that's just like but it's competitive, right?
Oh my God, for sure it's competitive.
But it's funny, right? Because it's competitive amongst unskilled people. Right? There's really no skill. There's the odd person that stood out a little bit more than the next guy. But for the most part, I think we all sucked.
Yeah.
But everybody was having so much fun. And it was like there was no judging. So you didn't care. Nobody cared that you weren't good at it. People just were having a good time.
Just bowling.
I think more sports should be like that.
More fun.
More fun. Less competitive.
That would be good, yeah.
Maybe that's the thing, right? So yesterday, I was at the Starbucks getting a coffee. Christmas music comes on.
Yay!
Oh, I don't know. I feel too soon.
Oh, okay, so Lisa,
just for the music,
AKA
just for the music.
The Scrooge.
No, just for the music. I feel it's too soon just for the music. I didn't feel it. I don't know. I didn't feel it. I feel my Christmas music. I like it best in December.
No.
Not you?
No, I like it now.
You're fine with a little Melakaliki Mucka is the
well,
thing
not that,
to say.
Nobody should be good with that.
Well, why? Why can't they be good with that one?
Because that's just not a typical Christmas song.
But you're okay with like Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock. We're okay with that right now. Friends of the podcast, what about you guys? Christmas music now? Christmas music in December?
I think everybody's going to be like, hand over the hot chocolate, find me a cookie, crank the tunes, and let's rock and roll.
Maybe. I don't know. It just seemed like I just felt that I wasn't quite there.
Oh. Seriously?
I just felt I wasn't quite there. Yep, seriously.
I feel like you need to be there, Lisa. Just get on the horse.
I'm there. Okay. I'm there with everything else, but I'm just not there with the music, I don't think.
All right.
That's all.
I feel like you're being a Scrooge.
Whatever.
Okay. But you know what's really exciting?
Tell me.
They announced the new sexiest man.
I saw that.
It's Chris Evans.
How do we feel?
I think it's good.
Oh, see, I didn't think it was so good. Not compared to last year.
Well, last year was Paul Rudd, wasn't it?
And that was wonderful.
Yeah, he's delightful.
Delightful. I
like Chris Evans.
Not doing it for me.
Really?
Yeah, no, didn't. Not at all.
Seriously?
No, seriously.
Oh.
Like, remember last year, Paul Rudd was like everybody's man? Just like
and you think Chris Evans isn't everybody's man?
Right? Hi, right? Paul Rudd, remember, if I recall our conversation last year on our podcast about Paul Rudd, was that Paul Rudd was somewhat attainable.
And Chris Evans is not.
Right. Paul Rudd was sexy, attainable, and could be your best friend's husband. Okay. Right? Chris Evans, none of those things. Makes me want to flip the page.
Okay, but Chris, that just means because he looks too pretty to approach. That's not fair. That's rubbing him with the judgment cloth that we maybe shouldn't be rubbing him with.
He's too pretty to approach.
No, because he's in a couple of interviews. He's like, I cry all the time. A sentimental guy. I'm really romantic. He's got a soft soul. During the pandemic, he would do like little TikToks or IGs or whatever of him playing the piano.
Which is awesome. I'm glad that he likes the piano.
I think he's delightful.
He's not approachable. He's not real. He's not real.
So you think The Rock is approachable?
No, I don't think he's approachable either. He's not real. Paul Rudd is the first guy that was real. Maybe George Clooney kind of real.
George Clooney is not approachable.
George Clooney looks like he could be approachable.
No, he's not.
It looks like he can be.
No.
I think he could be.
Oh my God.
I think so.
What is, okay, so you think the people of the sexiest man needs to be approachable?
To me, that's what makes him sexy.
I would love
his
to know
approachability.
Let's write it to dear people magazine.
Dear people.
When you select the sexiest man of the year whatever.
Yeah.
Sexiest man alive, I think it is, or whatever.
Yes.
What's the criteria? What
you know
are the
who
questions?
I was hoping it was? You know who I was hoping it was going to be this year? I was hoping it was going to be Harry Styles.
No.
Yes, super sexy and super popular, and look at all the things he's done this year.
And you think he's approachable?
I think he could be approachable.
He's not approachable.
I think he's more approachable than Chris Evans.
I wholeheartedly disagree with you.
No, right?
Yes.
Harry Styles just screams fun and enthusiasm. Right? Right?
Oh, there you go. One enthusiast to another.
Right. Well, maybe that's it, right?
Let's form a club, Harry. Let's
Right?
be enthusiastic together.
Let's just have our enthusiasm rub off on each other, Harry, shall we?
And that didn't sound creepy at all, Lisa.
That's okay. Probably old enough to be his mother, right? Probably old enough to be his mom. But you know who else was? You know who else was in it? Michael Consuelos.
Yes.
Right, in it. And Kelly Ripa claims to have not known that he was in it.
Apparently.
Right? And Ryan still got my cough. Ryan Seacrest seemed a little jealous, I thought.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was making
Hasn't
fun
he
of...
been picked before?
I don't think so.
As one of the sexiest men?
Do you find him to be one of the sexiest men? He's approachable.
There's nothing wrong with Ryan Seacrest.
There's not. I'm just saying, right? I don't know. Right? Is he that? Is he that?
Stop it.
Maybe he'd be like the sexiest DJ or something, right?
He's not a DJ. Well, he is, but
yes, he is.
I think he's a little bit more to the world than just a DJ.
I know. He's a lot of great things. I'm not saying that he's not a great guy.
You have so many judgments.
I'm a judger.
Yeah, I know.
Enthusiastically judging. Right?
Oh my God. Lisa, are you enthusiastically lying right now?
No, I'm
yes,
not.
I am.
I am not. I think we better move on. I feel we better move on. You know what?
Oh my gosh.
I need to share, Samantha.
All right.
The HHG. She's been binge watching The Crown.
She's late to the party.
You know why? Because she's missing her queen. She's missing the queen. She texted me, reminded me of what a great woman she was. She really was a real woman, she said. She was wonderful. Texts me like as though I know the queen, right? Right? She really was wonderful. She really was wonderful, she said.
She's so late to the party.
So late to the party, right? But tonight is the first episode of the new season.
Yes, The Crown has launched.
I know, right? So now hopefully she's caught up now.
Well, hopefully, because
right?
now we got to see what happened in the 90s.
Yeah, but she's missing her queen. Right? It's a weird thing, that HHG.
If only she'd caught on before she died.
If only, right? Like, I mean, she was in England and didn't care about the queen then, right?
Oh my God, she is.
Right?
Yes.
Only person went to England, I mean, was there for Harry's wedding. Right? And kind of was like, meh with the queen, right?
Meh with the queen.
Okay. I got a hot topic.
Oh.
And I don't know, it might be controversial. I don't mean it to be, but it could be. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Hooters.
Yes, we have one now.
We have one now, right?
Yes, we do.
So my question, Samantha, we have the Me Too movement, right?
Yeah.
And we poo-poo beauty pageants.
Apparently, yes.
But we're okay with Hooters?
I don't think anyone has gone after Hooters.
Is it odd that nobody goes after Hooters?
Well, they still wear clothes.
They do.
So do the people in the beauty pageants.
Yeah, right. The beauty pageant ladies probably wear more clothes than the Hooters girls.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right?
It's a franchise. What do you want to do? What do you want, Lisa?
I'm just saying, don't you think it's odd, right? That scantily clad women are that it's known for men going in and ogling them and ordering their wings.
Yes. And a beer.
That nobody has an issue with that.
I don't think it's nobody has an issue with it. I think that we've just forgotten about it. We don't talk about it.
Is it like just swept under the carpet?
Well, it's an American staple, is it not? The Hooters?
I don't know. Does that make it okay?
I say that and I'm like, oh, maybe it's not. I don't know. It came from America.
I think it's American.
It is American.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, apparently they treat their employees really well.
Do they?
They don't allow anything to happen to them, or they don't tolerate bad behavior or anything like that.
Right.
From what I know of the Hooters people.
We're just going to ask you to not wear much clothing.
Yes, but it's people who are just trying to make a living, right?
Yeah. So
they're just trying to make a living.
Okay. So, but do we feel that that's okay, right? Like, do we think that that's a good thing?
I don't know. You know what? It's not, is it up to us to think it's okay? Or is it maybe the people who work there? How do they feel about how they have to dress?
I don't know. The world goes crazy over strippers. They don't like that.
No, they don't.
Right?
Nope,
they don't appreciate that.
I don't think the Hooters people are stripping though.
I'm sure that they're not. And I'm sure that they do take good care of their people. I think you're missing my point. I feel like you're pro Hooters or something. Am I missing something? I feel like you are. I feel like you are. I feel like you might be. I feel like you might be.
As a Libra, I'm showing you the other side of the argument. The people who actually work there, they work there for a reason. They probably knew that they would probably make some pretty decent coin.
Right. By wearing less clothing, more revealing
clothing. They have to be okay
clothing.
with wearing less clothing.
Yes, they do.
The uniform.
True. But what I'm saying, Samantha.
I'm not pro either, but I'm just saying
I think you might be. I think you might be.
I've never been to a place like that before.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure.
All I'm saying, right, is that is it a place that we should be promoting as the right thing to do?
I don't know. Vegas will get shut down.
And maybe they should, right? Like if you think about it, right? Like you look at somebody the wrong way, right?
Uh-huh.
There's repercussions, right? We want people to feel like as though they're more than an object, right? Where the whole world is supposed to be less. We're not supposed to make people feel like they're objects.
Right.
Right?
True. It does fly, then Hooters does fly in the face of that. No, a pun intended, perhaps, flying in the face of that.
Right. So I'm just saying, like, I just think,
I don't know. I don't know. I
feel like do you have shares in Hooters?
No, I don't.
Are you sure? Okay.
I'm fairly pretty confident about that one.
It feels weird, right? Like you order wings, takeout wings, and they're really good wings.
I don't. No, I don't. Okay. I just feel like I think I might have watched a show where people who work at the women who work at Hooters make a really good living, and they don't they're okay with it because it's their living.
Okay, so then my thing is, do you think that, okay, so let's
And I don't know if the
this.
general public has a right to say, I'm sorry, we shouldn't have you dress like that, and then tell a company how to run their business. I guess I'm looking at it from that side of it.
So okay, thing. So would Hooters hire me and you?
No, probably not.
And why wouldn't they?
Because we don't look like the Hooters.
Right. That's there you go.
Okay, awesome.
Right, there you go.
Now I don't feel included, and now I'm upset.
Right? And now I'm going to say, should we have an issue with Hooters?
No, I don't want to have an issue with Hooters because I'm never going to go there.
I'm going to have an issue with Hooters. I'm going to think that I'm going to think that it's not necessary.
So is it their hiring practices then that you have an issue with?
It might be the dress code.
Okay, so
right?
Okay. Yeah, you're right. They wouldn't even blink twice and they would be like, you need to go away.
Right. Exactly. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm just saying. I mean, I get it, right? Men, I get that. I'm sure that their average customer is male.
Oh, only, for sure it is.
Right? So is that what it is? It's like it's like a fancier version of an all males club.
Oh, potentially, yes.
Right? And is that what we should be excited about in today's day and age?
I don't know.
Look, you are so non-committal. What is with you?
I am non-committal today.
I don't understand that. Friends of the podcast, do you understand Sam? Right?
You know what, Lisa?
What?
If I said you were difficult, what would you think?
I would think I'm not.
If someone said to you, Lisa's, you're being difficult, what do you think that's code word for?
It's probably code word for being a bitch.
Yeah.
Right? And should it be?
No.
Right. I'm just going to put on my little shorts and go to work now. And serve everybody's husbands their little wings and their beer.
And their beer, yes.
Right? Yeah.
But why do you think, because I can guarantee you that men don't get called difficult?
Of course they don't.
And if they do, it's in a different connotation.
Men might be called like jerks. But even jerks doesn't sound really that negative, right?
No.
Right. Difficult, I think, is totally code word for bitch.
It is, because if you were to overhear someone say, "Oh, you know, Sally, she's really difficult."
Yeah.
You would automatically turn that
negative
word. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you would think,
sure you would.
She's kind of bitchy.
She's kind of bitchy.
She's kind of bitchy.
Right. Sally's a bitch.
Sally's a bitch.
Right. Oh, Sally's being a bitch. Right. Oh, Sally's being difficult.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Yeah.
That's really wrong, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. But Hooters not apparently that wrong too.
Shut up.
So weird.
So why don't we just be why can't we just be honest then? Why can't we just say, you know what, Lisa, you're being a bitch.
You're being a bitch. Right? I don't find that offensive if that's what I'm being, right? I don't think it applies to me very often.
Think that you were being a bitch.
You're right, because I don't think I am. Right? I'm sorry. I think you'd be hard pressed to be able to say that I'm a bitch. I don't think I am.
Oh my God.
Right? I don't think I am.
You're so perfect.
I'm not saying I'm perfect.
Oh my God. How do you live with yourself?
I'm just saying I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm saying I don't think I'm a bitch. I think people know if they're a bitch or not, though.
You know who has been rumored to be apparently a bitch?
Oh, who?
Difficult.
Who?
Taylor Swift.
Really?
Yes. Apparently, there's a rumor going around that she was a mean girl in high school, and no wonder she knows how to give good revenge.
Oh, wow. Ouch.
I know. And I'm like, girl, because it was apparently someone she went to high school with.
Okay.
No-name person. And I'm like, yes. Or are you just jealous because TSwift has the top 10 songs in the 100 top 10? Like, what the hell, woman? You just released your album and 10 songs are in the top 10?
Right. And I'm going to say this, like, I'm not necessarily a Taylor Swift fan of her. Like her music isn't my style, but I've listened to a lot of it because it's on TikTok and on Instagram a lot. And she's she's really like so talented and such a good songwriter.
She is. She's incredible. Yeah, and whether she was really mean in high school or not, let's maybe if TSwift decided that she wanted to make a comment about this potential rumor that's going around that she was a mean girl, maybe she was mean because nobody understood her and she had to stand up for herself.
Could be.
Because maybe this girl has been trying to stand up for herself her entire life.
So or maybe she's just mean. Maybe she is mean.
She's just mean. Or maybe she just had to be a bitch because she knew if she wasn't, she would never get anything done.
Right. And maybe there's some jealousy that comes out of the woodwork, right?
Of course, yeah.
You know.
But I thought, girl, you need to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, right. People say, right? Don't date Taylor Swift because you're going to end up on the pages.
Well, yeah, but
Right?
she's been dating that one gentleman for
She's
quite
been
a
with
while
him for
now.
a while now. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So, and he's just better off to stay with her. Right? Right? I mean, like, let's be honest, right? That's how she's made her money. And she knows that. Like, anything she says, she totally knows that that's how she's made her money.
Yes, Jake Gyllenhaal has suffered,
right?
and so has
And Harry Styles has, and Jonas has, right? So there's Didn't John Mayer has?
Yes, I believe there's a John.
Well, I
Mayer
think they
in
all
there.
have. I think they all have, right? I think they all have. You know what's interesting? So, you know how? Okay, so it's holiday season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Miller Lite is offering its first ever Christmas tree keg stand. It seems to me that it's a bizarre invention, right? And it's going to like I am sensing it's going to allow users to pour draft beer from the base of their Christmas tree.
Why would you want to do that?
Why are we doing this?
Why are we doing that?
Why are we doing this? Why do I need to drink draft beer from my tree? Right? It's kind of an odd thing. Like, so why do I have to drink draft beer from my tree? Why are you throwing soup at art? It's kind of like that, like a bizarre.
It's a bizarre thing. Yes,
out there in the world, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, don't you think that this new trend in the world with people throwing their food at art is really bizarre?
I think they've learned it from like a bad 70s documentary somewhere.
Like, did I miss that documentary? Like, was Jane Fonda throwing food at artwork?
I don't know. She was like, she's one of like the along with Gloria Steinem, is one of the long protesters of the 1970s. Like,
but for the most part, I just really remember them like with a sign.
Yeah.
And a group of people around them.
Why are you throwing stuff at stuff?
Why are you throwing stuff at art? It's art.
I don't get that.
Right? Because that's the big thing. And then you're throwing eggs at the king. And you're throwing stuff at wax figures.
Would they have done that to the queen? Would they have thrown eggs at the queen?
I don't think anybody would be. I think if somebody threw an egg at the queen, like, the queen would kill them.
Probably.
Right? You're not throwing eggs at the queen.
No, you are not throwing eggs.
Right? You're not throwing eggs at the queen.
Huh.
Right?
That's not good, right?
But why are people throwing, like, so at these events when people are throwing their soup at the artwork, what is the event that they're at?
I don't know. Like
is it a protest? Like, is it a protest? What is it?
I think they're staging a protest, and I think the protest is of two people throwing stuff at something.
Okay, so they're mad at something, and I'm going to take it out on Van Gogh.
Because they think if they ruin something, they'll get more coverage.
More coverage?
But then we decide that we're like, why are you throwing soup at art? And we don't pay attention to what they're potentially talking about.
Because now we're just wondering why you're abusing art. Like, what did art ever do to you?
Exactly, because now we're only worried about what you've done, not what you're talking about.
Right, and now you know what we're concerned about? Can we clean up the art? Will it stain the art?
I don't know.
Is it going to wreck the art? Right?
That's a good question.
And we're not even caring about what it is you maybe are there trying to protest. Right?
Stop. You know what, guys? We've lived through 5 decades so far, and you're not giving us anything new.
You're not giving us anything new. Like, but just stop lashing out at art. Right?
Except
art can't even defend itself.
Yes, except now you can drink beer from your tree. So
right, okay.
There's your contribution to the world, people.
Right? Drink your beer from your tree and stop throwing soup at your art. Okay, people? My goodness, Samantha.
Oh my God.
Right? Oh my goodness.
All right. Since we're talking about the 70s,
yeah,
let's discuss the tuna casserole.
I feel we need to. I feel it needs to be a topic.
You know, we've all eaten the tuna casserole.
And we ate it under protest, I'm sure.
Yes, of the Gen X society.
Right. Right. We did.
What is the worst meal you've ever remember having as a kid? So
first off, right, I'm going to touch on the tuna fish casserole. It was horrible. right? It was horrible. And my mom thought that because she put potato chips on it, that would make it all that much better, right? It didn't, right? I want my potato chips with dip Sunday afternoon, not on my supper Sunday night. But you're not fooling anybody, Mom, right? Still not masking it. But ugh, the worst meals that my mom used to make, and I swear these must have been back from like her wartime meals when she was a little girl, right? Was she used to buy a can of canned belly button mushrooms.
Ooh.
And then she would make a cream sauce, right? And remember, and we're allergic to mushrooms, right? So we couldn't even eat this, right? Right. Yeah. And she'd make a cream sauce and chop up bacon and put it on toast.
Oh.
It was disgusting. Belly button mushrooms, creamed belly button mushrooms and bacon on toast. And then on Sundays, she used to make a ham, and then she would cube up the ham. And then on Mondays, she would make cream peas and ham on toast. Ugh. And it's like, I'm sure it's back from the war years, right?
It probably
because everything was creamed back in those years, right?
Yes,
and those two meals, I will never ever. Right? I mean, I blocked out meal number 3, which is corned beef hash. Blocked it out.
Oh yeah.
But those meals, oh, I tell you, I could never ever. What about you?
The one thing I remember not liking as a kid is like this fruit soup that is like a big Mennonite German thing.
It's a fruit soup.
And yeah, it's fruit soup. Yeah, you can make different variations of it. And Mom, there's it's called Pluma It's with cherries.
Yeah.
Or you can make it with like a dried, like a variation of dried fruits.
Even worse.
I hated all of it. To this day, I refuse to eat it because it's just like. Bleh.
And what would it be? Is it a lunch? Was it a supper?
It would be more like a supper.
Okay. Ew.
Yeah, it's just this weird thing that just
sounds horrible. Sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's not. My mom loves it. I think that this is a good memory for her as a child.
Okay.
And then she tried to, and I think my siblings like it, but I never liked it.
Sounds horrible.
It at all.
No, It doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good. Right.
But like I never had bad meals. My mom's a pretty good cook, so she never made horrible things.
Yeah, those were some bad ones. My mom was a really good cook too, but boy, those were some meals that she really enjoyed and
that's some wartime cooking.
Some wartime cooking that she loved. And it's like, we don't need to eat like this anymore. We don't need to we don't need to have a cream sauce.
We don't need to have cream anything.
No, right? That's nasty,
Okay, but speaking of casseroles.
Yeah.
Our Facebook Tuesday went over really well.
You wanted to have casseroles. You picked casseroles.
I did pick casseroles.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Everyone hated tuna.
Everybody hated tuna.
Everybody hated tuna. Beef noodle was kind of up there. And enchiladas, I thought, showed up a little bit more than I would have anticipated.
I was surprised that beef noodle caused such grief.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like hamburger and noodle.
Yeah.
Right.
But thank goodness, only one person kicked the tater tot casserole.
And that one person was my sister.
Yeah, what?
Right? She does not like tater tots.
She says she's not a fan of potatoes.
She's not a fan of potatoes. She's not even really a French fry girl, hey?
Yeah.
No.
Is that even possible?
It's a little bit odd if you ask me too.
Right? I don't know.
Sometimes I don't even know how we're related.
Yeah, but like some of the emojis of the tuna, everyone was like throwing up.
Yes,
or like,
right?
I'm like, okay, guys, I got it.
But okay, so what was your worst?
Tuna casserole.
What was your worst one?
I don't have a bad one.
Mine would be shepherd's pie.
No, I like shepherd's pie. I like enchiladas. I mean, if I had to kick one, I would probably kick the beef noodle because it's not that big of a deal for me.
Yeah. No, I hate shepherd's pie so much. Right?
Is it texture or is it taste?
It's the potato on top.
Why?
I don't like it.
It's a mashed potato.
I don't like the texture of that potato. It's gross.
You've had bad shepherd's pie.
I don't like shepherd's pie. I don't want shepherd's pie.
All right.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Mm-mm.
Well, guys, we have lots of fun on our Facebook group. So if you want to connect with us, you can go to I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam and just join the group. It's super easy. Instagram is I Shake My Head as well. We do lots of postings on there every day. We have a Twitter, which is I_shake my head. And TikTok is the same, I_shake my head. And we do have Patreon, which is www.patreon.com/I Shake My Head. And for as little as $2 a month, you get the episode early, an extra episode every month. And it's kind of cool because you get to hear stuff that we don't talk about usually on the regular podcast. And just a reminder that you can get some I Shake My Head swag at Threadless, which is ishakemyhead.threadless.com.
Samantha.
Lisa.
So it's my season, hey? It's my season.
What
it's election season. It's election season in America.
Yes, I know.
Right? I don't normally jump in during the primaries or the midterms or whatever this is. The midterms, I guess.
This is the midterms.
Right? I don't normally jump in. It's a little early for me, right? I like the next set of excitement. However, they've played it up. They caught my attention, right? I watched it last night, and there's still no winner in some places. Well, still going on, right? Still going on. And but here's something interesting, right? Krispy Kreme, they were giving away a free donut to anybody who votes.
Interesting.
Is that enough if you're American? Is that enough to make you go vote?
A donut?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Really? It would be enough for me. I'm going to get my donut. Unless it's a glazed donut, and then I'm not eating it. Right? Because I'll never have glazed donuts again.
Why?
Because they look like a snake.
That's right.
I'll never, ever, ever eat a glazed donut again because that ruined it for me forever. Forever and ever and ever.
I forgot about that.
And if I need to remind people, I can repost that picture.
No, don't. It's so gross.
It's disturbing.
So
yeah. So disturbing.
No, I'm sorry. A donut is not enough for me to go vote.
Not enough for you to go vote.
No, they could pay. They could pay my rent for a month. That would be great.
But they're not going to do that. They don't care about your vote that much, right?
Oh, they don't want to buy my vote that badly.
They want to treat you. They want to reward you.
Oh, okay.
Right? With a donut. I would take a donut.
Okay.
For sure. Okay. I'm like, I would take a donut. I'll go vote for my donut. Yes. I'll stop by on my way.
Do you just come back with the I voted sticker and then you get a free donut?
And then you get your donut, right? Yeah. Right? Don't tell me your boyfriend didn't do that. Jamingo had to have gone and got a donut.
I have no idea.
You need to find out. He would know that was a deal.
I don't know. I'll ask.
Right? He's still eating the McRib.
Yes, he is.
Right? He's still eating the McRib.
Apparently it is leaving forever, though. So he's going to eat it as often as he can.
Yeah, but they did this. Apparently, I read too. They did this one other time where they said it was a farewell tour. And then it wasn't, right?
Well, it's just like Elton John said he's retiring and he comes back every year.
Same with Cher, right? So he's going to eat it as often as he can because he loves the McRib and wants to make my life a nightmare.
Yes, he does.
That's what that's about, right? That's what that's about. Right? My boss said to me after she listened to our podcast, she said, "How are you ever going to get a McRib?" I'm not going to.
You're not going to.
I'm not going to ever get a McRib.
Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever am I going to get a McRib. It's not going to happen.
Because you know what, Lisa? You know what? You're just going to eat a McRib and then you're just going to feel puffier.
Well, I mean, you know what? I feel puffy anyways, right? Because that's part of my muffin top, my puffiness.
Because why are we okay with feeling big and puffy in winter coats, but not in any other items?
And should we be? I don't know.
I
or is it because we know we have no choice?
We have no choice. If we're living in the Arctic Circle, essentially.
Right. So what we're saying is
it's cold.
We don't care what we look like in a winter coat.
No.
It doesn't matter.
No. It's
right.
If you're lucky, it fits. If you think you look half decent in it, that's a bonus. If you can layer up in your winter coat, that's the cherry on the top.
Right? Like I have my black puffy coat and I put it on this morning and thought, oh God, it's big and puffy.
Yeah, I put my coat on this morning and I'm like, keep me warm. That's all I thought. It's one thing you gotta do, puffy coat.
So you don't think you don't look in the mirror and think, oh God, it makes me look bigger than I am.
No, because I can't.
I can't control it.
A puffy person to begin with.
Yes.
And then I'm putting a layer of clothing on top of me plus a coat. It is what it is, folks. You don't like it? Turn around and look the other way. Girls
Right.
got to wear a coat. Girl wants to stay warm.
Right? Girls got to wear a coat.
And my coat fit this year, so on you.
Right? And we celebrated that. That was some good news, right? You were happy. You were very happy. Right? We were very, that was a feel good, Samantha.
I just need to stay warm. That's literally my whole game this winter is just staying warm.
Yeah, you've got that thing, right? I'm not quite that, but I hate a winter coat, right? I hate it.
Okay, but freezing to death is not really like it shouldn't be.
It's not ideal. But you know what? I always felt better in like a wool pea coat than I do a puffy coat.
Well, I mean, I haven't found a really good wool coat for a while, so
like a good wool coat was like you felt like $1 million in a good wool coat.
Yeah, felt good, but you weren't that warm.
No, but you felt good. You looked good and you felt good, right?
You look good. You looked
good. You felt good, and you weren't quite so puffy, right? We just weren't quite so puffy. I guess we should just be thankful that puffy is still in.
It's going to be in for a very long time.
I think it will be, right?
Yeah,
I think it will be.
And again, This is something that has regurgitated itself from previous decades.
Yep,
the 70s was all about a puffy coat.
It all was about a puffy coat, exactly.
So. You're welcome.
Right, exactly, Samantha.
Okay, so apparently, all the rage was pickleball, right?
Right, yeah.
There's like people doing pickleball tournaments and they're like pickleball, whatever.
The whole bit, leagues and...
Yeah, so apparently there's going to be a show on CBS called Pickled. It is a first of its kind celebrity pickleball tournament.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
The event will benefit Comic Relief and air Thursday, November 17th.
Interesting.
You can catch it on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Huh.
But could it be funny? It's hosted by Stephen Colbert.
Could be funny.
It could be funny.
Could be interesting. Like to me, the whole game of pickleball is a bit of a bizarre game. Right? So it might be worth watching.
It might be worth watching.
It's for a good cause.
Okay. Yeah.
It's for a good cause.
That's for Comic Relief is always a good cause. So
yeah, it is, right? That's not the Red Nose event, right? That's later.
No, that's different.
Okay, that's different. So some sad news and interesting news over the weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Aaron Carter died, right?
Yeah.
Nick Carter's brother at 34, very suddenly, right?
Yes.
And now, and I'm going to sound crass, and I'm sorry. Now he seems to be like uber popular.
Yep.
And it's for all the wrong reasons.
Yep.
Right? So he's like all over the TikTok. And,
oh God.
And I get, right? Like dude had some issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had some mental health problems. He had some addictions issues. And those are certainly not things to take lightly or to laugh or joke about.
Nope.
However, right? Why now is he blowing up?
Because it's a sensation.
Because nobody gave a shit about him before.
No, and he was the brother of Nick Carter, who is part of the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
So that's probably why. And anytime a celebrity dies in the manner that he did, which was in his bathtub apparently.
With like cans of like pressurized air. So apparently he was huffing stuff too. Yeah, like totally messed up, right? Like the kid needed a ton of help that wasn't either. I mean, I'm not going to say it wasn't available to him because it's available to everybody, right? There's help out there, right? So, but for whatever reason, right, his life took this tragic turn. But in one sense, it's almost even more tragic now that he's being so sensationalized, right?
For sure. Yeah.
You know, and I'm just amazed that it's such big social media news. Weird, hey?
That's usually how it goes, right?
Yeah, I guess. You know what? I mean, I hope that we live in a world one day where addictions and mental health have no stigma attached and people can get the help that they need.
I agree.
Right? Because I think that's a really, really big focus. That I think that should be where the world puts some attention because there's some people that need some help. Right?
I agree. Yep,
right.
For sure.
Yeah. You know.
It's sad though.
It is sad. It's totally sad, right?
Okay. So I need to talk about something.
Okay.
How is Christmas related to Remembrance Day?
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is, though.
It's not.
It is, though.
But it's not.
Lisa, we've worked in retail. You know very well it's connected to Remembrance Day.
It shouldn't be.
It is, and it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. And I'm not, I love and respect anyone who's ever served our country or
Absolutely.
any country.
Absolutely.
I think that those are the bravest people because they go and they fight for our freedoms.
Yep.
And I respect, on Remembrance Day, I watch our Remembrance Day program here in Saskatoon, and I wear a poppy and I respect it. I lost a great uncle to one of the wars, so I respect that.
I had a grandfather in the war, right?
Right. So, but what I don't understand as someone who's worked half of her life in retail is why people connect Christmas to Remembrance Day. And because people get very, very upset when a store sets up for Christmas prior to November the 11th.
Right.
And then they say in the same breath, you're disrespecting the veterans. I don't know how that correlates.
And what's interesting, so prior to November 11th, I'm disrespectful as a retailer. November 12th, I'm allowed to not give a shit about the veterans for the rest of the season, right, and just be focused on Santa.
Santa.
Right? Like it's such a bizarre concept, and it wasn't always around.
No.
Like we didn't grow up with this happening.
No.
This is maybe in the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah. But people don't get upset at the larger retailers like Costco, Walmart, Superstore, who start hauling in all things Christmas
after Labor Day.
September.
Right. But people get mad at the little guys.
The little guys who dare to put out their somewhat Christmassy product.
Right.
I mean, I think what retailers have learned is don't put up the Christmas tree and don't actually put up the garland until November. But they're not holding off until the 11th.
I put up the Christmas tree in the gift shop early this year.
Did you?
I decided to do it because the other gift shop, the hospital gift shop, had theirs up. Everybody else has theirs up. And I just thought, you know what? I really don't feel that it makes me care one iota less.
Nope, it doesn't.
About the wars and the brave men and women that have fought the wars and continue to fight them. Right. I feel the exact same way about that cause every single day of the year. Yeah,
me too.
Whether there's a tree, whether there's a Santa, whether there's a snowman, right? And I like you. I don't understand. I don't get where we connected that, like where we made that leap.
Yeah, and right? and just so people understand, like we're in no way. Hopefully, we're not disrespecting. We're not
trying to be offend, and we're not trying to offend.
No, we're not trying to offend anyone. Right? But just know that people who have worked, like Lisa and myself, who've worked in major retail environments, have gotten yelled at and been disrespected by people who apparently are fighting for the veterans' rights to not have Christmas in their face until after November the 11th. So I'm not sure that's right.
Right. And
why
I'll be honest,
are you yelling at me?
And there's lots of veterans that are okay with it.
Yes, they actually come to us and say, "Hey, do you want to sell our poppies?"
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
And they don't say a word. They don't say a word because
they don't judge.
They're just like, I fought for you to do whatever you want.
Yeah. Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's just kind of an odd it's just an odd thing.
Yes. And we just were thinking about it the other day and I'm like, why is it that people are they connected in some way that I'm not aware of?
Right? Like, yeah, like, so I don't know, like feel free to give us your ideas because I'm sure there's some people that are not going to be happy with our take on that. And that's okay. That's
it's just an opinion.
Just an opinion.
Just an opinion.
Yeah.
But I have a strong opinion about Ritz crackers dipped in fudge.
Don't have an opinion unless you try them, bitch. Right? Because Mike bought them for me and they're delightful.
Oh my God, you can buy that shit?
You need to buy a box.
I just saw it.
No, you need to buy that box. Mike bought me a box this week because it's not a salty Ritz cracker.
Oh my God.
They're so good.
The shit you find at the co-op.
In moderation. It's sweet and savory and buttery. It's so good. It's so delicious.
You're never going to lose that muffin top.
Well, not in this season. Not in this season, right? It's my eating season.
It is your eating season.
So I'm going to cut myself some slack till January, I think. So friends of the podcast, look up in your grocery store the Ritz crackers that are dipped in fudge.
I wonder if it's only Canada.
I don't know, but boy, are they ever good.
Oh.
Buy some, Samantha. I think you'll be really surprised. Because when Mike bought them for me, I saw them in the cupboard and I was like, and I'm like, okay, I'll try one. I never would have bought them ever. And then he did. And I tried one and I'm like, oh my God, they're so good.
Look at him finally catching onto the things that you like 25 trillion years later.
Right? Hallelujah. Just saying, right? I'm just saying. It's so good. So good.
Okay. But I love Cher. We love Cher, right?
We love
Cher. Yeah, we love her. We think she's awesome.
She is.
Curiosity killed the cat. How does she get a boyfriend who's 40 years younger than her?
I don't know. I mean,
good on you, girl.
Right? I bet you it's totally different when it's it's the female, right? Who's got the younger dude.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Like, I think that's awesome. I don't know how she did. I mean, she's Cher.
She's Cher.
Hi.
Cher said, her quote was, "Love has no age."
Oh.
I know, right? She said her whole family's met this guy. The whole bit.
All right.
I don't know. It just seems, I guess if she's happy.
She's happy. I don't care. Who she dates. If this was a guy, we'd be like, oh yeah. And we would blink and walk away.
Right. When Harrison Ford dated Callista Flockhart, and that was a huge age difference, nobody cared, right?
And they've been married now for how long?
Yeah, exactly. A really long time.
So what the hell do we know?
What do we know? Samantha, this is what I know about grapes. There's organic grapes, and then there's grape
we're on
grapes.
Your grapes again?
Yeah, because I'm still loving them, right?
Oh, God.
Still loving them. But sometimes Mike will buy organic grapes.
What's the difference?
They got no taste. They just taste like nothing. Little balls of nothing. They got no taste.
That's what's wrong with them. They got no taste.
So dear makers of organic grapes, why? Really? Why are you making them? Why are you making those? People want to taste the grape juice in a grape. They don't want to taste no taste.
So they're super bland with no taste.
Super bland with no taste. They don't want to taste no taste.
Oh my God. Do you think the organic grapes somehow managed to become less sugary?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because grapes got a lot of sugar in them.
They got no taste. These got zero taste, these grapes. Organic. Like, I'm like, what are they? Free range? Like, what are they?
Free range.
Right? Like, is it a free range grape? Like, what is it? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. Right? I didn't know. Maybe the grape gets to do whatever it wants. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Right? But it's got no taste. God. It's just a little ball of no taste.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really,
my God.
Weird.
Seriously.
Really weird.
The things.
I know, right? Because I still love my grapes so much.
Okay.
Right? Here's something I'm looking forward to. Ginger Duggar. The good old Duggars. She's writing a tell-all book.
Oh, that should be fun.
She's going to reveal things that we don't even know.
Oh, God.
Can't wait. That book I'm going to read. Or I'm going to listen to. Prince Harry's tell-all? I'm not doing it. I'm not buying into it. I'm not reading.
Oh, you're
I'm
not? Not at all?
No, I'm not. No, because it's going to be disrespectful to the Queen, right? And I don't stand for that.
Yeah.
Right? I don't stand for that. So no, I won't be. I won't be doing it.
It's going to be popular,
It will be. Yep, it will. And then it's just going to be all like salacious.
Yep. And then things will pop up. Thank God she's dead now.
I'm so glad, right? Like, not so glad that she's dead, but so glad that she doesn't have to live through this.
She doesn't have to live through this.
Through her grandson. Like,
ugh.
But now,
but now the dad, the King Charles, he's going to have to live with this, right?
Yeah. Well,
I feel like he will be more heavy-handed than the Queen.
Oh, I think so.
When it comes to this.
Because he's the dad.
Right.
I think it's not going to be good. I think it's not going to be good at all.
I don't think it's going to be good.
Okay. Here's a debate for you. Puff wheat cake versus Rice Krispie Square.
Rice Krispie square, hands down.
Why is that?
Because you can't screw up a Rice Krispie cake.
Can you screw up a puff wheat?
Totally.
Really?
Yeah. You can make it so dry, it's like and
really?
hard, like you could hack it and it still wouldn't come apart.
Really?
Yeah, no. I feel like the only person that has ever made puff wheat cake really, really well that I would eat consistently is my mother.
Okay. Yeah, it's because she makes one that you eat.
She's like it's super gooey and stringy and how it should be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm totally Rice Krispie on this one.
I'd be Rice Krispie too. I don't really understand the whole puff wheat cake thing. I'm like, it's a horrible cereal. Why? Just because we put chocolate on it, it's still not working for me.
No, but it tastes good. Like if you do it right, it tastes good.
Yeah.
But no, I'm Rice Krispie all the way.
All the way.
All the way.
I'm all the way to Rice Krispie too. And maybe, you know what? Maybe they get a little, maybe they don't get the what that they deserve.
The what?
Right? Like that used to be a pretty darn good treat back in the day.
Well, because with Rice Krispie, there are variations of it. You can add stuff to the Rice Krispies.
Right.
You can't really add stuff to the puff wheat cake. It gets a little weird.
No, you can't. That's right. Other than the cocoa.
Right.
Right. That's true.
Right. Everything goes with butter and marshmallows.
Good point. Good point, Samantha. True. True that. True that.
Butters and marshmallow.
True
okay,
that.
Lisa.
Samantha.
What's making you shake your head this week?
I'm shaking my head at the fact that the stupid pigeons haven't flown away for the winter.
Oh, and they're not going to. They got to get at your place.
No. Why? No, not at my place. They're not at my place. They're at the neighbors.
Oh, okay.
Right? They know. Don't come to us. Right?
Cool.
Don't. But why don't they go to a tree where it's warmer?
It's probably not warmer on a tree.
Well, why are they not smart enough to go someplace warm?
No, they're not like the geese.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? Like, how do they not freeze to death?
Well, they probably got a lot of feathers. A lot of fat.
I'm shaking my head at winter pigeons. Right? Why can't we just have a reprieve?
I don't know.
Can't they just waddle someplace else?
I'm sure if they could fly farther than the fence, they probably would.
Just go for a little waddle. Get lost. What about you? What are you shaking your head at?
I'm shaking my head at the $2.04 billion Powerball.
Yeah, hey? Yeah.
That got won by someone in Altadena, California.
One ticket.
One ticket.
And you and I can't even win 70 million.
We can't win at $2.
No, not very easily.
No. So my question is, how do you process that win? And how do you prepare for that kind of money? Like, that is just insane amounts of money.
It is. And I just heard tonight that even if they take the one-time lump sum payout, it's still over $1 billion.
Oh, because it went to $2 billion.
Yeah, right? So it's still like $1 billion.
Like, someone is now officially laughing.
Oh, yeah,
but
forever.
Then, like, okay, how do you process that? But then how many people all of a sudden come out of the woodwork?
I think shame on the lottery, because that's so much money, and that's much money could do so good to so many people.
Like, if you just spread it out.
Right? Or I don't know, like took the homeless off your streets or fixed opioids, like something.
God. Right? It's
right?
$1 billion.
It's $1 billion, right? Like, I get the millions. Even when we get in Canada, even when we get to 70 million, that's ridiculous, right? Like, cap it at 10 million. Do we need to win more than 10 million?
No.
It's life-changing, and you're never going to spend all that money.
No. Well,
right?
And the beauty here in Canada is you're not taxed on your lottery
money. You're not taxed on it in Canada, right? So the 10 million is yours. But,
yes.
Right, if they want to do 70 million, then it should be like the other 50 goes to something good. Like, let's have homeless people in the winter have a shelter.
Right.
Right? Like let's take that 50 million.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Because what is that person really going to do with $1 billion?
Nothing. What are you going to do
in their
with
lifetime?
Yeah. Right?
Unless
nothing.
I always this is my whole idea around the lottery. And I know that we play, and I always think, oh, I hope we win, But when someone does win, I always hope that they really need the money. And that became the exception. There was a gentleman in Ontario, I think it was. He was 93 years old. He won $1 million and it paid his house. It paid the mortgage on his house. He was still paying a mortgage at 93.
Wow, 93. So that's nice.
And I'm like, now that makes sense to me.
Yeah. And then I just pray that people do really good things to help others.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Because you have way more money than what you need.
Yeah.
Right.
Help.
Yeah.
Do stuff.
That's crazy. That's too much.
I know. But it made me shake my head. I'm like, I don't even know how to process that.
No, that's crazy.
So crazy. So guys, we want your feedback on what we talk about. So send your comments to ishakemyhead or ismhead@gmail.com. You might just find it being mentioned during an episode. You can always direct message us on Facebook or Instagram. If you got a one has to go, a would you rather, maybe you want us to talk about a topic, throw it our way. And I want to thank John Domingo. He is the best kept secret in podcasting.
Eating his way through the McRibs.
The McRibs. And bugging you every step of the way.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what he's doing, Samantha. Right?
Right.
So it's the end of the show again.
It is.
It's another episode in the books.
It is.
Hopefully it goes to Apple.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it'll be fine. I think it was fine last week, wasn't it? Or did we got it fixed?
We got it fixed.
Everything's fixed. Everything's good. Everything's good. All right, Samantha, anything else?
No, I'm good.
I think I'm better. All right, Samantha, always a pleasure.
It should be.
Who's a pretty girl? I'm a pretty girl.